Hello everyone, it's Alina. Welcome to my Soap General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital teasers for the week of January 22 to 26 promise some exciting plot changes in Port Charles. First off, it looks as if Sonny Corinthos' issues will continue to escalate. Right now, he's still grieving from learning about Nana Reeves's SEC treachery. In fact, he was wound up so tight about it that he beat up Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober. Nevertheless, because to Nina's bargain with Cyrus, the charges were dismissed. What kind of challenges will Sonny confront throughout the week of January 22 to 26, and could this damage his bipolar mental health condition? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Speaking of Nina, teasers say that she and her ex, Valentin Cassadine, will join to concoct a scheme shortly. Right now, both are desperate to have their lovers back. Will this approach center on trying to win back Anna Devane and Sonny's love? It may end up sparking a Valentin/Nana reunion in the end. Across town, spoilers reveal that Michael Corinthos will be scrambling to try and restore his marriage with Willow Corinthos. Not only that, but he might also be scrambling to rebuild his connection with his mom Carly Spencer and Drew Kane. Both were dismayed recently when they found out that Michael hid Nana's SEC secret. Nonetheless, Drew was pretty irate. He's been having some behavioral difficulties since his prison release, so should Michael worry about the repercussions he could face with Drew? Lastly, Blaze and Christina Corinthos Davis will cope with relationship challenges. Their burgeoning romance started strongly, but as Blaze needs to remain hidden about her sexual orientation, this could present complications for the two. Mix in the fact that Christina is going to carry Molly Lansing Davis and TJ Ashford's kid, and this might be a recipe for catastrophe for their relationship. General Hospital spoilers predict that Christina and Blaze will have some problems in paradise, as many Port Charles super couples do. But can they make it the long haul? CDL brings the finest General Hospital spoilers and updates. Check the site periodically for more GH news. General Hospital spoilers reveal that before we can consider Jason Morgan's return, we have to ponder his leaving. Since we know Jason is on his way back to the ABC soap, that surely means he survived the cave-in that left him assumed deceased. In other words, Jason survived something that was previously supposed to be impossible. As a result, Jason may have had some very significant injuries, including ones to his brain. Of course, it's highly plausible that Jason is being taken captive by a villain somewhere by now. However, it's also feasible that Jason doesn't remember his identity or where home is if he's suffering from amnesia. Now that Ned Quartermain is done believing he's Eddie Main and Esmond Prince's memories have returned, may GH writers have a different character in mind for an amnesia narrative, especially Jason? It wouldn't be the first time the show's gone down that road. When Drew Kane first stepped back up and was believed to be Jason in the original Billy Miller recast narrative that entailed amnesia as well. Although Jason was finally identified as Drew and developed his own life, that was still a Jason Morgan plot in the beginning. Going further back in the real Jason's background, he's already lacking memories of when he was Jason Quartermain. It may be interesting if a new amnesia plot eventually lead to Jason receiving all of his memories back. Regardless, the show's demonstrated that they adore the drama that amnesia brings, so maybe that'll once again become a complication. Sonny Corinthos was assumed to be gone forever when he was working at the bar in Nixon Falls. Could Jason have his own version of that storyline? Is Jason off living elsewhere without recognizing he belongs back in Port Charles? It all depends on how Jason survived the cave-in and who ended up watching after him as he recovered, so remain with us for updates as more news comes on his comeback. General Hospital spoilers suggest there will be a lot of things to answer as Jason's homecoming grows closer, so stay tuned. Going further back in the real Jason's background, he's already lacking memories of when he was Jason Quartermain. It may be interesting if a new amnesia plot eventually lead to Jason receiving all of his memories back. Regardless, the show's demonstrated that they adore the drama that amnesia brings, so maybe that'll once again become a complication. Sonny Corinthos was assumed to be gone forever when he was working at the bar in Nixon Falls. Could Jason have his own version of that storyline? Is Jason off living elsewhere without recognizing he belongs back in Port Charles? If there's one word to describe General Hospital's Jason, we probably have to go with steadfast, or stoic, maybe dependable. The point is, over the decades, Jason's become something of a dependable force in Port Charles, someone to be counted on when things are tough. He's the powerful, silent kind who's captured the hearts of half the ladies of Port Charles and the trust of even those operating on opposite sides of the law. But it might all change. After all, this recent brush with mortality may be a totally new beginning for him. Why go back to the same old patterns? Or maybe we could say, the same new patterns. Because Jason wasn't always this way. Once upon a time he was the golden kid of the Quartermain family, set to follow in his parents' footsteps and become an excellent doctor. That all changed following AJ's automobile accident, but what if everything changed back? So yet, none of Jason's repeated brushes with death have brought his missing memories back. Not car accidents, explosions, motorcycle collisions, or gunshot wounds. Years ago, he had a piece of dashboard removed from the original accident following another automobile accident. While we assumed at the time it may reset a few things in Jason, it didn't change anything. Maybe it was only waiting for another large bonk to start rekindling memories of his old life. Jason disappeared under a mound of rubble. If that didn't induce a head injury, we don't know what would. And wham, suddenly we've got Jason Morgan Quartermain, a man straddling two worlds, much like his nephew Michael. This doesn't mean he'd suddenly go back to wanting to be a doctor, but he could wish to reconnect with his family, or what's left of them. Michael might be a big assistance in bridging the gap between his current existence and former life. After all, that's what he's been doing for years as he's balanced Sonny and AJ's worlds. He wouldn't have to lose his recollection of his new life as Jason Morgan, but he could recall memories of his previous one as Jason Quartermain. He spent nearly 2 decades as that guy. That's no little piece of his existence. The Quartermains have decreased quite a little since he turned his back on that life, but he still has family. And while he and Monica did, over time, grow a bit closer, this could be his chance to rejoin the Quartermains for real and be more involved in their lives and their drama. In a way, the program gave us a take on this earlier, back when Drew initially came up and everyone thought he was an amnesiac Jason. Yes, that was an uncommon case of double amnesia, or so we thought. The point is, for a time, it provided us a new take on Jason right up until the genuine one returned and Drew was confirmed as his brother. This is General Hospital's chance to finally merge Jason's background, his complete history, without taking Jason Morgan away. In the same way Sonny experienced a rebirth of sorts after his own amnesia, still, in a manner, keeping some of his Mike persona along with all the memories, General Hospital can give us a Jason who's more than mob enforcer. What would this whole Jason be like? Who would he love? We can't say, but one thing we do know is the sky's the limit. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.